Welcome, Street Rats, to Night City. I'm the one and only Moxie 11, bringing you slightly biased news footage from the fourth wall. Start this recap at the Twin Scalpels with Wraith, who has been treated and while still injured can at least move okay. He has missed calls from his fans, and Veronica, learning that people have been on his garden wishing him well. Grim tells him Deeps was the one who leaked that he was injured. After delivering the decrypted files to Mendez and informing him that T1K has a boat and jet ski, I head in to see Wraith, chatting with him about how he's doing, mentioning that we're headed to the Lantern tonight just to collect information. He wants me to be safe, to tell Deeps never to tell people he's injured, and inform Emily to go home and he'll message her later. On my way out, I pass along the message, attempting to be nice like Wraith would be, but she doesn't buy it and insists on staying. I go to forcibly remove her when Josh steps in, calming the situation, promising to leave soon. Emily agreeing only after getting a text from Wraith and making a point to say it isn't because of me. I'm giving Pawns an earful about Moxie 1-1. Deeps checks in with Wraith before we head down, tells him that the Lantern is not just a club, and to be careful, which prompts them to ask me once we're in the car. I tell them as much truth as I can, and that they are just coming to dance. I'm going to get information on Edward Voigt and if they see someone dressed as an old school vampire, to get out. He's the owner and involved in black market XBDs. Eventually, the three of us make it to the Lantern, and with a 50-80 bribe, we enter without being searched. Things are almost as I remember, though it seems to be a theme night with heads on the platters of drinks the waitresses are carrying around. While I'm sure most people believe them to be fake, I'm fairly certain they're real. The suspicion that's confirmed when I track down Kaze carrying her friend Nina's head on her platter. Kaze has had work done and appears to be in the process of a full werewolf body sculpt. Worse, she doesn't seem to realize she's carrying her friend's head, doesn't recognize me at all. My press to attempt to get a meeting with Edward Voigt leads to a meeting with Dracul instead, and hoping that having conversation with him will make me less suspicious than running outright, I head with him. Thankfully, at the time, I was talking to Deeps and Cheggers, who see me walk off with Dracul, and as I managed to covertly send a text to Wraith to get the two of them out ASAP. My hope is they'll regroup and make a plan to rescue me if things go sideways. Cheggers and Deeps, however, stay at the bar instead, while Wraith leaves Pawns and rushes to the club without checking in with them. So much for cool heads and plans. Dracul brings me to a private booth next to the employee-only door, which buffets the noise from the club. Disturbingly, Kenneth's head is sitting on the table. We talk as drinks are brought in, and though I attempt to make plans to return later, he notices I'm not drinking. In an attempt to keep cover, I down my glass, and seconds later my vision blurs, my head hits the table. To watch the story unfold live, tune to Saves This Death every Saturday, 10 PM Eastern, at twitch.tv/SavesThisDeath. If you can't watch live, be sure to subscribe to the Saves This Death channel on YouTube so you can watch it as soon as the recording is released. Or you can always download it as a podcast. Stay safe, Cyberpunks. This has been your Night City recap with Moxie 11.